SCP Secret Laboratory is an asymmetrical multiplayer horror game by Hubert Moska based on the single-player horror game SCP Containment Breach. The game has 3 different factions for every multiplayer match: MTF, which includes all NTF members and scientists; Chaos Insurgency, which includes the Chaos Insurgency soldiers as well as the Class D prisoners, and the Spooky Boys. MTF is meant to extract scientists and kill everything else. Chaos Insurgency must extract prisoners and kill MTF, but for some reason not SCPs. And SCPs just kill everything but each other. But honestly, if you find that confusing, don't even worry about it. Even though nobody has any idea what the fuck they're doing, the game is still kind of fun to play. My experience playing this game peaked when we had about 15 people in the community Discord together on a private server, shouting nonsense and frantically trying to escape the SCPs that chase you around the twisty corridors of the maze-like facility. The short range of voice communications in the game along with the random map generation make for a simple yet hilariously entertaining gameplay loop. When your group is discovered and you split up and escape thinking everyone else has died, only to meet up with them again later down the line, is a difficult feeling to describe without experiencing it yourself.
What the fuck? Go back, go back. No, you closed me in with him, you fuck! No.
Hey, let me in. Well, let's stick together.
Oh shit, what's up?
Oh,
Nice to see you again.
Hey, didn't you die?
No, I lived.
Or alternatively, when you split up from a group and then you rendezvous after you've both respawned or have both died and are in spectator and discuss exactly how it all went down from multiple angles. Not to mention the Machiavellian joy you get from slamming the door on a scientist and trapping them with an SCP. Most new players will have a lot of trouble navigating the randomly generated maps, and for me it was one of my biggest turnoffs when learning the game. It's helpful to understand that it's separated quite clearly into several different zones. The way the zones are split up really feels ingenious because it creates a slow build of gameplay leading into a huge clusterfuck with all factions colliding near the end. Scientists, D-Class, SCP-914, and SCP-173 spawn here in low containment. Scientists in D-Class must use SCP-914 to upgrade keycards to leave this area. NTF and Chaos Insurgency spawn here, on the surface. Then, right here in the middle, heavy containment, the other 2 SCPs spawn, and that's where the shit goes down. This game has its moments where, despite the meme spouting over voice comms, it feels like a true horror game. When you open a door and see your entire rescue team laying dead on the ground, you know what killed them is likely to still be roaming the area, and it fills you with a sense of dread knowing you must press on. What makes it even more delicious is that you know it's not a scripted sequence or carefully placed ragdolls to create the feel of horror. You know that these were all actually players that died at the hands of the monster that's sure to find you soon enough. This game also stands apart from other multiplayer horror games because the SCPs that are in the game and the SCPs yet to come are essentially limitless in their creativity. The divide between human players also creates a new element of tension. Whereas in Dead by Daylight, it's 4 humans working to repair generators against one of many killers that's trying to hang you on a hook for some reason. And then in Friday the 13th, there are 7 human players working against one of many Jason Voorhees to either repair a vehicle or call the police to escape him. In SCP Secret Lab, prisoners and scientists are technically enemies despite having a common goal of escaping the facility. And with the lack of weapons for them to use, it generally forces them into an uneasy alliance. But when NTF or Chaos Insurgency shows up, all bets are off. Meanwhile, the killers in Secret Lab have different playstyles and interactions with humans. The playable SCPs in-game currently are 173, 106, and 049. 173 is extremely fast but can only move when he's not being looked at. He also causes humans to blink every few seconds when he is near in order to advance on enemies despite being in their sight. He's arguably one of the weakest, but he complements it with a huge health pool. He also spawns in low containment, which, as we know, is the place to be if you're trying to beat up on people with no guns. 106 doesn't kill humans when he touches them, he instead sends them to a pocket dimension that they have a chance to escape from. He's also tasked with defending his spawn room and the sacrifice chamber within because if a human is sacrificed to him, he is contained.
SCP-106 contained successfully.
Well, that's not easy.
049 is of moderate speed and health with the ability to turn dead players into zombies, which honestly is the best one to be killed by if you're a human because waiting for a respawn can take upwards of a few minutes. There was another SCP in the game, but it got removed before I started playing. 079 hacked doors and cameras to aid other SCPs, however 079 is currently being reworked. More SCPs are planned for the future, though it's unclear how many will be added in total. So with that shining endorsement to open up the video, we'll get into the things that make this game suck. If you guys have been following me so far, I feel like it's only fair to warn you about some of the things that will make your first few playthroughs a little rough to get through. Admittedly, the developer is just one guy and it is a free game, emphasizing free game. So I hate to complain too much, but there's a level of polish missing from the game that you would expect to find even in Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. However, even after excusing the shitty assets, the terrible animations, horrible hit detection, and complete lack of muting annoying players or vote kicking, there are still some horrible design decisions that make this game drag its feet at times. The most glaring issue is how long these rounds can last. If you're lucky, you'll be in a game for 10 to 15 minutes, but if you're unlucky, you can literally be sitting around for half an hour waiting for NTF and Chaos to eliminate each other, as the game does not end when the SCPs have been killed. When a player dies, they'll respawn after a few minutes and become either an NTF or a Chaos Insurgency soldier. However, the win condition for MTF and Chaos Insurgency require that all members of the other team be dead. The game doesn't take reinforcements into consideration for this objective, so you run into this problem all the fucking time where there's one fucking blue guy and he's just hiding so the green guys can't find him. But then suddenly 10 more blue guys spawn and now there's just one green guy left. But wait, now there are 10 more green guys and now you're just playing an even shittier version of Roblox Phantom Forces forever until eventually one side unanimously chooses to suicide rush the other to just end the fucking game. And again, for some fucking reason, the Chaos Insurgency doesn't even have killing SCPs as part of their win condition, so you can win without even harming them. I don't know if that's some sort of lore decision with Chaos Insurgency and the SCPs working together in air quotes, but if it is, it's a terrible gameplay decision. The easiest way to solve this would be to just make the game immediately end when the Scientist, D-Class, and SCPs are all dead or escaped to just avoid this problem. The win conditions hardly make sense, and I don't know if it's just not turned on, but I've never played in any server with a round timer. People can theoretically camp any location on the map as long as they can manage to keep paying their internet bill. It would also be nice if there was some SCP win condition that was more feasible to obtain, as the current SCP win condition is for all human players to be dead. Killing every single player on the server is basically a pipe dream with the constant respawns. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, the first hour I played SCP, I was frustrated the entire time. I didn't enjoy it, I didn't feel like I was having any fun at all until I understood the game's mechanics and, all the different roles and factions, as well as the general structure of the map and where I should be headed. But honestly, it's pulled a complete 180 on me the more I play it. I've been playing it non-stop for the past few days, and I'll probably have over 20 hours by the time this video is released, even though I only installed the game like 2 days ago. So, if any of you would like to play this game with me, again, it is free. We also have a community Discord. From time to time, I'll ping the Discord and try and find some players to get onto our private server. I would highly recommend trying to play this game with as many friends as possible, or if you can host a server, then do it on a private server. The fun of this game really comes in the interactions with other players, so joining public lobbies can be kind of hit or miss, especially since there is, again, no option to mute or vote to kick anybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a while since I've done a review. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought. And if you like this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, whatever. I'm going to try and do more review videos again in the future. Kind of want to get back into the swing of things. See you all in the next one.
got to bag it up. I like the way you working on